Okay, hey guys, welcome again to the strategy session. We're now recording. This will be the last session in May, and we do have some changes coming up. I'll probably be emailing soon, but the format of these sessions may change. We're going to be focusing in on a relaunch of Real Estate Traffic School starting probably next week, and we'll be going through probably the top 12 to 16, maybe even 20 sources: Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and do deep dives week by week. We have it well structured out. Been working with the team at Lone Wolf. They'd really like to do a launch of this, and it's long overdue for us here too. So today we're just going to kind of continue where I left off last week with Andy's funnel. We had a foreclosure funnel that's generating second step start the mortgage process leads, and we're going to layer in some retargeting. I have Jeff on today to help me out with the retargeting stuff and getting the custom audiences loaded to provide some color. Jeff, you here?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yep, Jeff, I can hear you. Jeff's kind of like our ad specialist. He runs a lot of the ads internally when we offer done for you leads and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be good to have Jeff on just to fill in where I might be missing stuff. The Facebook ads platform has been changing a lot, right, Jeff? Like every day. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So first, let's just kind of do a recap of Andy's funnel. It's you'll see here, his first page is converting at 22%. It's 139 opt-ins on 640 visitors. Here was the page right here. Okay. Free weekly list on even this, our simple page. It's got a picture of the map in the background, 22% to this page from Facebook traffic. Let's look at how much money was spent on ads. You guys are gonna, really. Let me see. I turned it off the other day, but we spent a total of $59.58 here. And let's go back and look again, guys. I'm really doing this for a reason. I really want everybody to see. $59, 139 opt-ins. These are 139 people on Andy's email opt-in list. Now, I talked to him yesterday, and he told me that he's really happy that people are replying to he's already talking to people. People are replying to the conversational autoresponders in the email drip sequence. So even these 57 people who have filled out the second step survey, those aside, I don't think Andy has even called any of them. I'm sure some of them left their phone number. Some of them said they wanted to start the mortgage process. I'm going to be talking to his lender to kind of explain all this as well. But that aside, the email follow-up sequence, he's getting responses to. And I want to show you guys the email that he says is getting the most response. He has 4, and to give you an idea, he has 4 unsubscribes. I consider that pretty low for that many people, right, Jeff? I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
And a lot of these emails have already gone out for a lot of these people. So the one that's getting the biggest response, day 0 gives them the link, and then this forgot to ask. This one right here. I forgot to ask yesterday after you access the portal, do you have any specific criteria in mind for your next property? I'd be happy to take a look in your MLS database. And he says he's been talking to people and setting them up for a search straight from the MLS. It doesn't get any better than that, especially for $60. To have even one person, reply and talk to you in real estate, it works really well. So that's the funnel in a nutshell. Jeff, did I glance over anything here? I kind of showed the
I think that covers basics. Yep.
That's the basics of the funnel. The ad is over here. What I'd like to do today, there was 533 people who clicked this ad, and like we said, about 20%. And I should show the ad in case anybody wants to see it. Maybe I'll do a screenshot. I'm sure everybody would want to see this right here. Let me. I'm going to use Lightshot to drop you guys a link to this, so you have it. All this happens to be a picture of Andy's house, but it's just a local house. It's not even a foreclosure. It's just his house with this text. And this is the kind of, 11 cents per click. And the big thing here, Jeff, I don't know if you realize this, I'm only running this to homeowners.
Yeah, well, I looked at your website. Your cost per website click is amazing.
Yeah, and these are homeowners.
Yeah, so that's got to be making a huge difference.
Yeah. They live in the area, they're interested. What's surprising me, what's counterintuitive is that these people are actually talking to Andy about their next house in those forgot to ask emails. So what's that mean? He's gonna, you know what I mean? That no conversation, no conversation about their current house has happened yet, but we know they own one.
Exactly. And look at your relevance score is 10 out of 10. Your click-through rate is insane because you hardly see these numbers anymore. So your targeting is really good, and especially for an area like Florida. Florida can tend to be competitive in certain sections. So I don't know a whole lot about, what is that, Dunedin or Dunedin or
yeah, Dunedin.
But
Dunedin. Yep.
Yeah, so that area I don't know about. Maybe it's not as competitive, but either way, you're doing excellent with this. And that the image actually goes a little bit against what I usually would use, which is a clear open space, a nice blue sky. This has trees all in your face, you know what I mean? But whatever, it's doing great.
Yeah. Are you noticing? I put his big ugly. He's a friend. His big ugly grill there. Like it says Andy Poltz Realtor, and they're still.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, and they're still opting in. It's shocking me. Here you go, everybody. Here's that. Here's the link to the ad if you want to save that. So that's another thing, guys. We usually say don't put your branding in the page because it's kind of going to scare people away. They're going to work with a realtor, but in this case, they know they're opting into Andy's funnel. There may be a little bit of an effect. It is kind of a small town. He does own a bar, so some of these people may know him, and he's been in the area a while. But I don't think they know him to the tune of these numbers. You know. I think it's still.
You could do that all day. I mean, at those numbers, you could be running cheap ads all day and getting a ton of leads.
Yep, $60, 100-something leads. Now the next thing I wanted to do, right, was say now we've got these 533 people who've taken the first action. We have those 120-something. Let's set up some retargeting. That's why I wanted you on, right? Now let's set up a campaign where anybody who hits this offer will now continue to see Andy's fan page or something. Follow them around. So the first thing we're going to do is go and create the custom audience, right?
Right.
So guys, the first thing we're going to go to audiences here on the left side. So in case anybody here doesn't know, I haven't looked at the questions yet. Sorry.
Can I see them? I can actually scroll through them as you're...
Yes.
I don't know if I have access to that. Yeah.
Yeah, here, let me give Jeff access so he can answer everybody. Sorry. Jeff is now maybe you're an organizer now? Maybe that's what I got to do to make you be able to see the questions.
Okay, I'm good. So whenever you want me to start scrolling through those, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I can get them too. I mean, Mark's asking how he can get a copy of all those emails. If you copy the foreclosure funnel, even if you don't use it, but if you go to the Vine in Lead Barrel, guys, and copy the foreclosure funnel right here, and you go to real estate.
I'm guessing this is fixed. Mike Kemper said make sure you show your screen.
Yep.
Can everybody see? Okay.
Just copy this funnel, guys, the one right here. It says free week list of St. Pete. Copy this. It'll copy the page, the second step survey, and the emails. And if you just want to attach the emails to another funnel, you can simply do that. It'll just be available in the emails to attach, in the drip campaigns. You can attach to whatever you want. It's just the way it copies right now. David had 364 visitors and 84 opt-ins, 44 opt-ins for financing. That's cool.
Wow. Yeah, that's very good.
That's awesome. I mean,
almost 50%.
Yeah. Great. Okay. So let's continue now.
What did David do? Can I just ask real quick?
Yeah.
For the financing piece, is that from a back-end survey, or how did you get the financing information or requests? Do you know that, Ryan, or is that something that David did?
He did it. I don't know. He must have run the same funnel, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Yeah, let me know what you did to get the financing information.
Okay, guys, so let's go back. I'm clicking the Audiences tab here in my dashboard. I want to layer in, now that I've got this traffic flowing, I want to layer in retargeting so that I can keep showing myself in my ad over and over again to these people who took the initial action. So I'm going to click Audiences. It's taking a while to load up now. I'm going to create an audience at the top. And I'm going to click just custom audience. And there's two things I want to do right now, Jeff. Andy did send me, I asked him this morning, he sent me his current opt-in list from his IDX. So there's like 3,000 people or something in there. So I'm going to upload that in a minute. But the first thing I want to do is build an audience where it's based on the website traffic. So we can start getting the people who visit this page to on this list. Now, I've been changing this to 180 days.
That's the maximum, right, that they allow you to do?
I think so, yep. And then Andy Pultz, I'm just going to name it Andy Pultz Squeeze Visitors. And then I'm on the fence. I mean, do we want to show our ads? I think for the cost, do we want to show our ads to people who only see the first page and don't opt in, or do we only want to show it to opt-ins or retargeting?
It's a good question. Do you want to do like a split and try both? You know what I mean? And see, have we ever done that?
We haven't. I'm going to save.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would wonder. I wonder how they would perform either way. But I'm just going to show it to everybody.
Okay.
For now, to do the split,
that's
I guess
a good idea, though.
We would set up two audiences, right? And then.
Yeah. Yeah. You just run separate campaigns.
Let's see here. Now, what I'm trying to do, guys, I'm going back. I should explain what I'm doing. As I'm going to the audience, I'm clicking at it. I'm trying to get the pixel code. And here it is. And I can click this, copy it. And now when I go to my page in Lead Barrel, what I need to do is go to the little gear right here. If I wanted it for only opt-ins, I would do it for the second step, right? But I'm going to do it for everybody who lands on the page. I'm going to enter a script right here. And what that's going to allow us to do is later on go ahead and run an ad that retargets Andy's page back to these people. And I'm going to do it right now. Hopefully this audience is available. I don't know if it needs to register visitors before it's going to be available to me, Jeff. So I'm going to just try to visit it so that the audience is live in his account. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to run a separate ad. There's my back button. I'm going to click Create an Ad. And then I'm going to try just for visibility, because it's his name and it's his page, I'm simply going to do a like campaign to his page for those people. So they just keep seeing Andy's name. I'm going for multiple touches, top of mind status. You know, just they're ready. These people, a lot of them are going to be getting emails from him already. I just want to see them to see his name more. I'm going to grab a custom audience here. Here it is, Andy Pultz Squeeze Visitors. Now the cool thing, guys, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but this target audience, as it grows, will automatically add those people to this ad. Right? So if right now there's nobody on it, but tomorrow it'll start to show anybody who's landed in here. It'll start to show them this ad, right?
It should, yeah, being a dynamic code, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go all of the U.S., so if they move or whatever. Exclude people who like your page. That's interesting. I guess so, right? No, I don't want to do that. I want them to keep seeing him. I don't care if they already like it. I just want to keep. I want them to keep seeing Andy. $5 a day here, $1 a day is probably going to be enough. There's not going to be a lot of traffic initially. I mean, this is a $5 a day retargeting, optimized for page likes. There's his house hunters. Use on house hunters. I don't think the image it grabbed from the page is going to be acceptable though. This is probably more than 20%, right?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it looks plus with the I don't know, is the TVG and that stuff considered text too? The CC?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this. So
Yeah.
Let's grab, maybe I can just grab his house. Yeah, I'll just grab the picture of the house again. And then it'll just say, I'm going to go real generic here. Looking to buy in Dunedin. Call Andy. Does that work?
Yeah. You could call, you could do text, all kinds of stuff.
Call or text Andy. Andy now. I do not have his phone number in front of me, but I would like to get it. 1 second. Let's just be thorough here.
While you're pulling that up, so David got back to me on the financing opt-ins. He said they basically just completed a second step form, which Ryan's been teaching for a long time now. So only 2 people gave their phone numbers, but either way, he has a handful of 44 people that requested more about financing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think the native lead barrel form.
Ryan, one thing I'm thinking about is
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry, there's a delay, I think. I was saying something that would be really cool to try as far as the audience goes is somebody that actually opts into the list, and we can cover this on another day, but I'm wondering if we, how you send out a deal of the week via email, a lot of people really enjoy that. Imagine if we tried doing an ad for the deal of the week to the people that already opted in, say, and then just give the details, even run it as a page post. Photo album works really well. Gets a ton of engagement really cheap. So you're constantly bringing those people back to your Facebook page, to your emails, different ways to get the properties in front of them. And I can see that being really interactive too. So that might be something really cool to try at some point.
Awesome, man. Yeah, because that's a great idea. Because they're also, in theory, he should also be emailing that out anyway. So they're going to see it twice.
Yeah, so you're emailing it, you're getting it on your Facebook page. Yeah, so because only, let's be honest, probably about 20%, maybe a little bit more, depending on how responsive your list is. It's going to open that email. It's going to interact with it. But a lot of people are on Facebook as well, so you're just kind of getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah. True. Okay. Well, so guys, did you follow? Jeff's just saying, instead of doing this generic ad for the page, if you want to be a little more committed, just go post your deal of the week to the page, and then make sure you run an ad, run it for 7 days until you do the next one, or let it run till you do the next one, and just show your deal of the week. And right, Jeff, you can actually save a little time and post the info about the deal on your page, and then when you send the email, just link back to your Facebook page.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, because you'll be more likely to get the social sharing, the liking to your page, and all that stuff as well.
Yeah. So is everybody following? Everybody's a little quiet, but I just want to. I think that was a pretty big. That's a pretty big key conversion strategy right there. Layering that on to this retargeting. Okay, so now what we have is a campaign. Here's Andy's campaign. The first thing that's going on is that he's got a campaign, which I'll switch back on for a few days, to his foreclosure page. Right now, we're getting 11-cent clicks, 20% opt-ins, so he's getting leads for about 50 cents a piece into his database. If he can convert in the next year one of those leads out of the 100 or so he's gotten already to a sale, the ROI is through the roof. It's amazing. $60 to get a sale. And I guarantee you, just with the drip campaign that he has set and the conversations he's already having, he's going to do one deal as a result of this. 100 people can't get an email from you every week and something not happen. Crazy ROI. To make it even better, we are now layering on, we're saying, hey, anybody who comes to this in the first place, let's not let them forget that Andy exists. Let's keep showing them, following him around on Facebook with his face. So when he's out in public at the supermarket, or he's at his bartending bar, whenever he's there, or he sees a friend or relative he hasn't connected with in a while, they're like, Andy, I'm seeing you everywhere. You must be doing great. And he just looks bigger than he is with this retargeting, right, Jeff? That's kind of the key thing here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's become the local authority.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Andy, you're running ads everywhere. They're going to think he's spending you know, thousands of dollars a week. He's spending like pennies. You know, he might be spending 100 or 200 a month for this whole thing.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that. That's how he set up the custom, the retargeting of the page. And I just wanted to add in, I don't want to show my screen because I want to go get his database and I gotta go into my email right here. So just bear with me. I want to upload a list. And you know what, guys? I'll just show you how to do it. If you want to take your existing email address, email database, export it, all you need to do is go to the audiences, and instead of picking the website option, you're just going to upload your current email list. And what's probably going to happen is, what I usually see is only about 30 to 50% of the names in that email list will actually match with what Facebook has, but it'll be something. So again, I'm going to click custom audience, and right here I'm going to click customer list instead. And then you can upload a CSV file. And you would take that same exact list, that custom audience, and add it to your ad. You can run the same ad as you were doing for your retargeting. You can add that audience in addition to the other one. Is that making sense, Jeff? Am I explaining that clear? So
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have any questions, let us know. I'm checking out the feed as it comes.
Great. Okay, so that's kind of, we've layered on. We've made this campaign juicier. Auto emails are going out. There are some other things we could probably do, but this alone could fuel another transaction or two a month. I'm very confident, depending on the budget that Andy spends. And it's kind of set it and forget it. The ads get turned on and off when they want to be, and then from there, all he's doing is responding and being a cool guy to the leads who respond to him. To make it more effective, he's going to email deals out. He's going to post the deals to his fan page and make sure that people are seeing those. And then the final thing I just want to show everybody here before we go into a little more of an open Q&A, whatever you guys might need, is just how I want to stress how IDX and how his main website property search are being used in all of this. Because up till right now, we haven't really made mention, right, of his website. Where it's coming into play is that after people opt in for the high converting squeeze page, right, 20% opt-ins, they're then being redirected to his foreclosure page. And there's a number of IDXs you can use for this. There's a lot of them out there. He happens to use WolfNet. There's IDX Broker. I'm sure a lot of you guys on the call have an IDX solution. Whatever you need to use to show the foreclosures on your page. People come in here, they look at the foreclosures, and the final thing I think that Andy's going to want to do is have some other conversion stuff here. Maybe a video of himself, maybe his house hunters video, some other things that get people engaged. But now they're in his house, and they continue to come back into his house every week through the follow-up sequence. And that's the funnel. All right, well, guys, we're about 25 minutes in. Does anybody here have anything you want us to look at? Do you have a squeeze page, a Facebook fan page, a Craigslist ad you're running? Anything you want us to review? Any questions? This is your time. Open Q&A, whatever you might need. Jeff, I'd like to invite you. I'm going to put you on the spot. What are you seeing? Anything cool out there? Apps, techniques? Any wild card stuff you have?
Let me think about that. let me think about that for a second.
One thing that's on the horizon, guys, is the click to call stuff with Facebook.
Have you taken a look at the videos yet? Running videos on Facebook? I'm curious how we tested ads on that, or has anybody had any experience using that in addition?
I can't get. I've gotten good engagement off of specific property tours, but I find it really hard to get somebody to watch the video and get the click out to the website.
So you're getting activity, but it's not really going anywhere.
Right. It seems to me like it's easier to get people to just do the click to website if the video is on the website. So you do like watch video now and then get them to go to your website.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the same phenomenon we see with our YouTube listing videos, right? We don't see a ton of leads come off the pre-roll videos, but it's good exposure.
Yeah, it's the idea that we were just talking about, becoming the local authority. If your emails are going out, you're running Facebook stuff, you're driving people back to your page, you're getting exposed on YouTube, and there's going to be a portion of your traffic that's going on there, and you can also target that very locally as well by zip code. I mean, it's very targeted. It's just the same as AdWords targeting, so it's very sophisticated as far as that goes.
Yep.
But just big sites, big name sites to get yourself running your ads, or just even doing branding campaigns as well, can be really helpful. One thing I wanted to ask, David, if you're still on the call, do you have a link to the second step page that you're leading people to for your 44 opt-ins for financing?
Yeah.
Just what questions that you were asking on that form. That'd be cool to see that, and we can share that if you're willing to.
And guys, I shouldn't say this, but I know for a fact, and it's just the nature of Lead Barrel right now, but this page will actually get you more phone numbers. I just keep seeing it. The one that kind of lives outside of Lead Barrel, if you set this as your thank you page instead of the second step survey, I think it has something to do, Jeff, with the slippery slope kind of deal here, how they expand down.
Yeah.
Or maybe the language. For whatever reason, I've seen this get, if he's saying you got 46 but only 2 phone numbers, you might have gotten more like 5 to 10, like 25% almost with this page. So it's startthemortgageprocess.com/check email, and then you're going to want to put, I think we have this in our toolbox, guys, DE equals, and then the email address you want the notifies to go to. Complicates things a little bit,
Cool.
but at this stage, just make sure you all know about this.
Yeah, and it's out of the box, so it's so easy to just grab that link too. So thanks for sharing that. Paul's asking a couple questions. Paul Jensen, what are you using for video, production, editing, etc., to post an email?
Sure. Or
on a website? Now, for email, your Lead Barrel, you can actually post email on that now. Is that correct, or is that still being worked on?
Nope, you got it. So if you want it with Lead Barrel, all that services like BombBomb do, and the ones that do video email, what they do is they post a picture of the video and make it clickable, then they take you out to another page. Right now, what Lead Barrel can do when we send our blast is you can take the video URL. Yeah, I was kind of hoping one would pop up for me here. Let me just go grab a YouTube video. Okay, here we go.
As far as editing, Paul, Screencast-O-Matic is the tool that we usually recommend, and you can use that for free. And there's also a paid version, which isn't really necessary. That the free version can get you what you need. I believe, Brian, is that correct? I know you have an account.
Yeah, it's just watermarked. I pay the $15 a year, but the watermarked one it's kind of tasteful. It's kind of small and in the bottom.
Yeah.
So all I did here, guys, to drop a video in is just insert video. I pop the URL. It's not going to actually play it, but when they click, they're going to go out to youtube.com. And I've seen somebody sent an email, like a big guru. It might have been like a Frank Kern or somebody. Maybe not Frank Kern, but, talking about this, how this technique is not going away and how really good it works, just putting a picture of a video in your HTML emails. So it's a feature that's available, guys. Anybody here who uses Lead Barrel and actually blasts a deal of the week out, and it's an actual video of a property, and you do that every week, will make 10 times more money than anybody who doesn't. I know I sound like I have a lot of conviction with that. It's just because I've lived through it and know the power of it. So, and Jeff, I think you've never been on a session with me where I haven't said that.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
So it's huge, guys. I mean, we get a lot of people who can generate leads. It's almost effortless. Facebook ad to a capture page, lots of leads. And then the next question is, how the heck do we convert these things? Send cool deals and let the conversations happen. It's really kind of a simple formula. But this part does require a little work. You got to go make that video.
And I would add to that, I think that what we're covering here today, the retargeting, is huge, because that's going to be the step that most of your competition isn't going to take, because it seems technical, but as you saw today, it's something that can be fairly easily implemented with your campaigns, and that's just another way to keep getting in front of people and hone down on your follow-up, so you're not just relying on email as well. So I think the retargeting piece is going to continue to become more of a focus and be important as you continue to grow with this as well.
Yep. Man, I'm dying to share something with everybody, but I don't know if I should. I'm going to do it. On the Jeff, did I tell you about Exact Intent?
No.
It's just not
right. So.
It's not quite ready to be ordered yet. Let's put it that way. But it's a retargeting solution. Yeah, it's a retargeting solution that that I'm involved with. I'm doing some marketing for. It's just about ready to get going. But the idea here, guys, is going to be, and just put it in the back of your heads, is that it grabs the one image that was most prominent on your site, that was visited the most, and has that follow people around on Google's network. So today we talked about Facebook, and how easy to set up retargeting there. Exact Intent covers Google's partner network, which is basically everything. Like you'll show up on ESPN, CNN, wherever Google ads are shown. And what's going to show is your brand, but also the specific house, if you have a website like an IDX property search, that they looked at most. So just a teaser.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool, right? It's called dynamic retargeting.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Takes it another step, and I'll we'll probably mention that later, in the future. But I want to put it in everybody's heads. The retargeting is exploding. It's still, if you're a real estate agent, you're hearing about things that most business owners aren't going to hear about for a few years anyway. And if you're thinking about retargeting right now, you're actually implementing it, you're probably 1% of the whole real estate world, if that. So it's a nice opportunity, even though it's been around a few years, to really get a jump on this new technology. Free for Dave asked if it'll be free for Retechulous folks. Not free. Maybe we'll be able to work something out though. I would love to get some video testimonials. Anybody, it's not nice to bribe testimonials, and I would be very transparent, say, hey, I bribed somebody to give us one. But if we had some real, genuine video testimonials, that might incentivize us to hook up some freebies. Just putting that out there. All right. Beta test. Yeah, David, I will keep you in mind. I promise. In fact, send me an email. Yeah, Ryan at Retechulous if you want to beta this, and I'll see what we can figure out. Okay, anyway, so Jeff, thank you for being on. I'm just glad there's somebody else to talk to. I feel it's always fun to have a guest. And if anybody else doesn't have any questions, we can go for today. Doesn't look like anybody else has anything else. Go ahead, guys. Make sure you add in retargeting as mentioned today. We'll get the recording live probably sometime in the next 24 hours. And then we'll see you next week. You're going to see some emails about Real Estate Traffic School, which is a product we've launched in the past, but it's going to be released a little differently this time, with a little bit more of a commitment to keeping it fresh, ongoing. Instead of it just being a one-time pass through all the methods, it's probably going to be recurring. So every 10 weeks or so, you're going to see an update, 10 to 15 weeks on the content for the specific source. So we might hit Google Plus like every 3 or 4 months. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks again, Jeff. And we'll see.
1 second, Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Yeah, Randy's asking the link to recording. Where do they go for the replays?
They're always posted to retechulous.com, guys. You can get to them either through retechulous.com/strategy-sessions, or they kind of run in the stream on the blog. If you just click and go to a login page or something. But yep, we'll have this one live shortly. See, if you go here and just go to blog latest, it'll probably show them there.
All right, thanks.
Okay. See you guys later. We'll get the recording live ASAP.